term LISS is far less well known than its opposite, HIIT. LISS stands for Low Intensity Steady State Training. That essentially means keeping your heart rate at a consistent, sustainable pace throughout your workout. If you don't find yourself gasping for air, stopping for a breather, and/or seeing stars, you're probably doing LISS training. In contrast, HIIT, or high-intensity interval training, involves quick bursts of all-out effort with recovery periods in between, but we'll talk more about that in another video. As you now know, LISS stands for Low Intensity Steady State Training. This format can easily be broken down into two very intentional sub-factors: the low intensity part and the steady state part. Both components are equally important because they add to the efficiency of this style of workout. Low-intensity exercises are those that do not elevate your heart rate beyond a comfortable level. One of the best ways to determine this is whether or not you are able to simultaneously hold a conversation while performing the exercise. For example, if you are walking around a track with a friend, your pace should be such that you can hold a conversation without feeling winded or out of breath. This is not to say that your heart rate is not elevated, but just at a sustainable rate. Steady state. The other component is maintaining a steady state. This means maintaining that moderately elevated heart rate at the same level for the duration of the exercise. Take the walking with a friend example again. If you are walking a hilly trail or neighborhood, there will be points of incline and decline that naturally increase and decrease your heart rate. Most likely, on these hills, you are unable to sustain a conversation without feelings of breathlessness. With this example in mind, it is important to remember that low-intensity steady-state training is a bit more complex and requires more thought than simply heading out for a walk. Ideally, using a treadmill, level walking track, stationary bike, or other cardio equipment will keep you from accidentally adding intervals and keep you in that steady state. Some examples of ways to perform LISS are walking at a moderate pace, light jogging, low-intensity bike pedaling, rowing, or elliptical trainers. The simplest and easiest way to ensure that you are doing a true LISS style of training is to use a piece of equipment like a treadmill that you can set at a steady pace and leave it. Alternatively, if you prefer the outdoors, try using a heart rate monitor and keeping an eye out for any spikes. How does LISS actually burn fat, and why should you do it? The prolonged nature of LISS training is specifically designed to target fat stores in the body. It takes time for your body to break down fat energy stores for use during exercise, and your body will always first look to the more readily available energy sources before resorting to fat stores. LISS naturally unlocks your body's ability to burn fat by allowing for a slower burn and allowing the body to bypass the easier energy stores for the fat stores. Essentially, every calorie you burn during LISS is coming straight from fat. Since LISS is all about maintaining a steady heart rate of about 60 to 65% of your max heart rate, you must first understand what your max is and how to calculate this accordingly. To calculate your heart rate, take the number 220 minus your age. Example, 220 minus 29 equals 191. So, for LISS, 60 to 65% of your max heart rate would be 114 to 124. You can also use a Fitbit or some other device to track your heart rate. Once you've established your heart rate, incorporating LISS into your exercise routine is easy to do. If you're a beginner, try doing 3 LISS cardio sessions per week. If you're an intermediate or advanced level, try to include 1 or 2 LISS sessions in between more intense workouts like HIIT. Now, I've provided an example of one of my favorite LISS workouts, and as you'll see below, it's just 20 minutes on a treadmill at 3.4 to 3.7 speed with an 8 incline if you can do it, and then 20 minutes on a low resistance cycling. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video at all, please like and subscribe. It means the world. So again, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.